I say Alberta, what comes to mind first? I'm guessing oil and gas. But for decades, people have also been saying Alberta is the
economic engine
of Canada's prosperity.
Even today, this is a claim you can find right on the Government of Alberta website. So, is it? Well, that depends on what you're measuring. If we look at GDP, we actually find Alberta in the number 3 spot, short of Quebec at number 2 by about $100 billion adjusted for inflation, and the number 1 spot, and it's not even close, Ontario by a big margin.
So if we're just looking at GDP alone, no, it's not the engine.
But we can look at these same numbers a slightly different way. Alberta's share of Canada's overall GDP, using the numbers you just saw, a little over 15%. And considering they have closer to like 12% of Canada's population, that's a pretty fair piece of the pie.
GDP can be impacted by A, being more productive, or B, simply having more people. Alberta punches above its weight on GDP per person.
And that matters because higher GDP per person means people are getting paid more. And people who get paid more pay higher taxes. And all that extra tax revenue spills over into the rest of the country. You're welcome.
In the last 11 years alone, the net transfer from Albertans to the rest of the country was $240 billion.
And on that note, equalization payments in particular. Ottawa takes in money through federal taxes and then hands out billions of dollars a year to provinces who don't take in as much. You know who gets the most in these federal top-ups? Quebec. No contest. Last year, they got more than $13 billion in extra federal money. That's more than every other province combined. And you know who tied for getting the least? Alberta. They got $0, and they've been getting $0 for the last 60 years. They do get other kinds of transfers, but none of that sweet, sweet equalization money. That's the price Alberta pays for its success, I guess. Oil and gas, the lifeblood of Alberta, the reason for the province's wealth. It is also Canada's #1 export. No province brings in outside money like Alberta does. The only thing to keep in mind, though, being that tapping into global wealth means you sometimes get the volatility that comes with it. Like remember 10 years ago when the price of a barrel just absolutely cratered, and during COVID when you could buy a barrel of oil for literally a few dollars. It all adds up to one simple truth, that yes, Alberta is undeniably important. Is it the economic engine of Canada? Maybe. Very possibly, but it's certainly not the only piece of hardware that drives the car, and it's not an engine that always runs at peak efficiency.